sushi, the most highly prized element of Japanese cuisine. The exotic culinary delight that walks the fine line between danger and delicacy. The Japanese people, highly famed for their innate ability to resist such minor threats as salmonella and parasitic infections typically found in raw meats the world over, have made raw fish an entree that is well worth the discomfort caused by any minor food poisoning that may ensue. Modern sushi, now served in high-class districts of Tokyo and Osaka, borders on the avant-garde. No longer merely raw fish, modern sushi may take many forms, from the mundane to the exotic, from the tasty to the pungent. Sushi is no longer a food for only fish lovers. A first-time visitor to Japan may also be surprised by the varying divergence of methods in which sushi is eaten. Some prefer to use chopsticks and a traditional dipping technique. Others prefer a more holistic and gestalt method, involving all five of the senses. Whatever method one prefers, one can be sure to find he is following in a long line of ancient predecessors who have gone before. The ancient art of Japanese flower arranging dates back to the horticultural rituals practiced by the Neo-Confucians and Taoist monks of old. Traditionally known as tabebana, this ancient craft forms a substantial part of the Japanese psyche. The process of tabebana itself is completed in silence and serenity. The artisan hand-picks floral specimens that convey the mood she wishes to portray. The artistic piece is then crafted slowly and gracefully in an almost hypnotic dance. Tabebana spectators have been known to fall into trance-like states, only to be aroused by a vigorous beating. Often a traditional Japanese floral arrangement will be composed of only a few specimens, but artfully arranged so that they draw the viewer to gasp audibly. The crowning piece to a stunning tabebana performance is the breathtaking consumption of the artistic medium in a flurry of graceful gulps and swallows. Within the traditional art of Japanese paper folding, we experience the delicate balance between the rivetingly simple and the stunningly complex. One begins with a single sheet of perfectly square paper. With a few simple folds of the paper, an exquisite symbol of Japanese culture springs to life. Here we see the meadowlark just before dawn. Here another artisan begins his work. His swift sleight of hand breathes life into a single sheet of paper with his deftly placed creases. His masterful piece, entitled Shimmering Lights on Water, captures the subtle beauty of the unknown. Here now we see the culmination of centuries of paper art as we watch the formation of the highest attainable form of traditional origami, which takes origami beyond the first few simple folds into an entirely new threshold of beauty. Here we see the piece entitled Flask of Great Treasure, visible by full moonlight. The ancient Japanese ritual known as karaoke is one that has recently made its way into the mainstream entertainment culture. Traditionally practiced only by white-collar workers of the 5th century, karaoke is now a medium for the masses. Nowadays, the performances are often saturated with an almost professional, innovative quality and artistic genius previously known only in recording studios.
Ow, she's a brick house. She's mighty, just letting it all hang out. She knows she's got everything.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Do your ears hang low? They wobble to and fro. Can you tie 'em in a knot? Can you tie 'em in a bow? Can you fling 'em over your shoulder like a continental soldier? Do your ears hang low?
Boo! Boo!
The green tea ceremony is an ancient practice of no small merit in the minds of the Japanese people. The ceremony itself is a lengthy and exquisite series of elaborate steps. Each activity is done in a prescribed way, each moment planned out in detailed precision. No motion, no single piece is out of place. Everything has its function and place in the ceremony. Early in the ceremony, we see the traditional partaking of the ancient sweets. These confections, aged for millennia, are a connection with the tea ceremony participants of bygone eras. The tea powder itself, a fine dust made from the dried leaves of the ancient tea plant Midori Shokubutsu, which in English translates roughly as tasty green dust bunnies, is lovingly yet firmly deposited into the traditional teacup. This is followed by the addition of ancient boiling water. As the tea is mixed until foamy, the whisking process stands as a tranquil testimony to the awareness of silence and serenity on our daily lives. The partaking of the green tea itself is yet again subject to the elegant, ritualistic impulses of time forgotten. The final culminating moment in the tea ceremony, the point to which all of the pieces of the whole direct our gaze, is the ancient ritualistic pouring of the cup. Often exchanged between ceremony participants who have sat for 2 hours on their knees, the traditional pouring of the cup captures the release of tension that has been shared by tea ceremony participants for millennia.